Welcome to Sag Soul Sisters with Allie and Mags, where science meets the soul. We're two moms and wellness professionals on a mission to help you find clarity and confidence in your health journey. Every episode brings you science-backed tools for nutrition, fitness, and stress recovery, plus a dose of cosmic energy to help you align, grow, and feel unstoppable. Let's do it. Okay. Hi,
Hello.
guys. Hey, Allie. What's up, girlfriend?
Oh, doing all the things.
All the things. So Allie and I were just chatting when we got on, is I was wearing a tank top and she is all bundled up in her sweatshirt because I am in Florida and she is in Minnesota where it's so cold.
Minnesota. It is so
Minnesota.
cold today.
Yeah. But I love that we're on like opposite latitudes. I can get all the tropics
Yeah,
and
I'm
you
like,
get all the
can I have those
season.
biceps, please, and that swimsuit? Thanks.
Yeah.
It's not a swimsuit, it is a sports bra. You're like pulled together.
It is a sports bra, but down here, okay, so when I was in Iowa, and today, real quick as an aside, so today we're going to be talking about aging, and we don't want to just be like, this is how you healthy age, and this is how you accept getting old, and you just need to
That's
accept
a
the
no deal.
changes. No, we're going to flip the script a little bit, and we want to talk about the things that you can do to feel more vitality, to actually reverse aging, to have this mindset where you just feel like you're getting younger and stronger and more confident. So we're going to go through all of that today. But real quick about my sports top. So just very breasty
So
today.
good.
Um, so when I was working out in Iowa, everyone's like very functional fitness clothes. It wasn't all about like going in the little matching sets and the big push-up bras and the tiny little, you know, aloe outfits. And
Big
I get
butts.
here and everybody's in like skin tight cat suits, little matching outfits, boobs up to their neck. And I was like, ooh, I need to step up my game because I realize what these girls are doing. They're not going there to be like, men, look at me. They're going there so that when they are sweating their butts off, feeling miserable, they can look in the mirror and they see a beautiful, glowing goddess with her makeup done and her cute little matching set, and she feels powerful. And girl, it
Okay.
works.
I'm like kind of obsessed with that. Okay, fine.
Right?
Fine.
Go with your matching sets, go with your makeup done, go with your hair all cute so that when you look in the mirror, you're like, that's a badass, good looking bitch there. Like she
Okay.
looks
I'm obsessed.
powerful. I
I'm
get I get
obsessed.
obsessed with looking at myself in the mirror. It's not like about anybody else. It's
Yeah,
about
it's
how
because
I
it
feel.
sounds
Yes.
good. Okay,
Healthy aging.
no.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
My
So
gym membership, just after 7 years, I've been at the same gym for 7 years, obsessed with it. And I just got rid of it. So I'm like, okay, now like going into a new space, what am I going to do to feel good when it's super uncomfortable, not knowing anybody,
um,
not knowing the workouts, not knowing any classes, and just like showing it for you all over again? It feels like resetting it all. So
absolutely.
power ups with the good outfits.
Yeah. And we will definitely, because Allie and I've already talked about that. We're going to cover that. We're going to cover working out when you don't want to, working out when you don't know what to do, working out so that you feel like you're actually doing something as opposed to going there and just like twiddling your thumbs, being like, how am I supposed to do it? So we'll definitely cover that at some point. But today is all about aging. It's all about cougar puberty and
Yes.
and all the befores and all of the afters and the mindset and the things that you can do to feel as young as possible at any point in time. We're going to reverse age you. So, but
So
Allie actually suggested this topic. Allie, what made you think that you wanted to address this? Tell me a little bit about it.
yeah, so yesterday I was at breakfast with a friend, and she was telling me about how everybody in the group has been talking about premenopause and these hot flashes and all these different ways of how just miserable things are. And then over the weekend, I was doing food for a retreat, and everybody I kept hearing them say, "Oh my God, I'm getting old, this and that." And I'm like, "Wait, what? You like are one of the people that like work on this all the time, but now you're telling me you're afraid of your hormones and all this is changing in your body and now you're losing control." And so I was just sitting there, I was like, okay, this is something that we get to talk about because you can have the hot flashes, these different things, but there's also different ways to lean into that and how your body is changing because it's not just you're getting old and you're falling apart forever. Like it's not a doomsday. It
No.
is literally the powerhouse within and the wisdom that your body is leading you in the direction of how you're rising.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And I do feel, to add to that, that what you're saying is like that the aging is not just, oh, this is what it comes with, because you can actually
Yeah.
change. There's a lot of things that are like people trend towards as they get older, but most of it is due to lifestyle choices that they've made up to that point. So not like, a, oh, it's all your fault or, oh, it's all in your head. It's more of you can begin shifting your reality, shifting your mindsets, and seeing aging in a different light and also changing yourself at a cellular level. So this is not just about the woo-woo, think in your head, oh, what I think will be, which is true, but still, it's also about doing things that are going to begin to change your cellular age, your biological age, which can be different than your year's age. So like when how when you see those women or those men and they're like 70 years old and they're running marathons or they're,
Mhm.
kayaking and they just look amazing and you're like, you're not 70, you're like 50. You look amazing. Like
Yeah.
those people, sometimes
Hello.
it's
Hello.
genetic, but a lot of it's just lifestyle, girl. Lifestyle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lifestyle. There is one of my favorite people from the running group who's 83 years old.
Yeah.
And she would just get out there and go. And there was one day I was like, where did you go? And she's like, oh, I found myself on the Megatron. I joined another race. And I was like, why have you gone for so long? She's like, I just wanted to keep running. And I was like, you are literally 83 years old and you're just like on to your 10K because a 5K wasn't enough for the day. Like,
Yes.
that's legit. Please let me live that life.
Yes, do you remember? I think it was like Patch Adams or something. No, not Patch Adams. Anyway, but he like someone who gave elderly people their dreams, and this woman she's so cute little. She's like, my dream is to swim in a pool of noodles. She's like this 80-year-old lady, and she just wanted to swim in noodles. And I'm like, that's
Oh
the
my
young
God.
part. Like that's just embracing your inner child. I just
Yeah.
want to run. I just
I
want
just
to
wanted to
run.
swim in noodles. I kind of love that so much. Like
Anyway,
there's so many things like that. And it's like you literally have your inner child in you all the time. So why is it so afraid? Why are you so afraid to show up as if you're this ancient being?
right. I feel like people like we get to a certain age and like this is how I have to be. I can't be a ch like I can't have that inner child show its face. I got adult all the time, 100% adult. You know what? Adulting is shit. Like
Bullshit.
I hate adulting. Yes, we have to so that we can live responsible lives. Like you need to put your big girl panties on every now and then. But
Questionable.
honestly, letting that inner child out is one of the biggest ways to reverse aging because your cells will respond to the energy that you let permeate your body.
So,
So yeah,
yeah.
your cells. It responds to your energy. So
Yep.
doing young things and acting younger will actually tell your cells, no, we're not tired yet. We need to keep trucking along.
Yeah.
So actually, I do want to start with a little bit of like we got to get into our science. So I got a little
And
bit
say, let's do
of
some science on this
our
one.
science behind aging. Like why do we age? And this is something that I found fascinating in my courses, my physiology courses. And so we have all of chromosomes within our um, cells. And as our cells divide again and again and again, there's little caps on the end called telomeres, and they begin to shorten. So as the shorten, our cells will begin to die. We have groups of cells that kind of begin to die off. Things like stress, poor lifestyle, poor eating habits, lack of exercise, sedentary lifestyle, even though turtles live forever, which I still want to figure that out. Like, why do turtles live forever? But people who are sedentary do not. Anyway,
Because they're still going through the water.
yeah, no, like tortoises, like the tortoises, like those Galapagos tortoise lives like 200 years.
Okay, that's valid. We'll do some
Anyway,
research on that.
sorry, total aside. We're talking human anatomy and physiology now.
Yeah, we'll talk about this.
Anyway, so it's the shortening of these telomeres, the shortening of your chromosomes that begin to age your cells. So your cells just don't turn over as easily, and your cells begin to die, and then you start, all your cellular things start to get the sagging, and you get the graying of the hairs, and you get the loss
Yes.
of the muscle mass, which is a big thing. We'll circle back to that. So keeping cellular health is how you stay young. And there's all sorts of like supplements that will say, take this supplement, take that supplement, and your cell health will be amazing. I mean, there's some things that are supportive to cell health, but there's a lot of more effective things than just taking handfuls of supplements. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So mitochondria, which is like your energy
Your
building.
powerhouse.
Yeah, your powerhouses in your cells, your mitochondria are very, very important to generating energy and to preventing aging. And so, things like resistance training and fasting, which we will talk about sometime, and lots of antioxidants will help keep those mitochondria happy and healthy. And then I also want to talk a little bit about metabolism. So how we take in energy and how we process energy and how we use energy is so important to age. And people think that, oh, as we get older, our metabolism just naturally decreases. No, no, that is a myth. That is not true. As
Nope.
we get older, we have, you know, things that we have done over a literal lifetime that just begin to
Wear and tear.
up and wear down on you, and chronic stress and poor eating habits and poor sleeping habits and lack of exercise and all of these things, low muscle mass, all of these things that affect the metabolism make us think that everybody's subject to this slower metabolism.
Oh, your words are hard.
Yeah, words are hard. My dog's barking. Anyway,
Okay, mine's at the vet.
so do you have anything to add to that in terms of the science of aging, Allie?
I just went on a quick little tangent about the turtles.
Yeah.
So
No, I mentioned the turtles because I was
I
like, if you
you
move
mentioned
slow,
it, so
that's
I got
not
to
great for
research
you. And then
it.
I'm like, well, turtles move slow and they live forever.
They have they have factors that create slow metabolisms, which reduces wear and tear on their bodies, and their natural protective shell keeps them all stabilized within as they're processing their food. You're welcome.
Thank you. I love that. I love you for that. They also
I
have
was
a
like,
really
I
healthy
think about
diet.
like
They're mostly
they do.
vegetarians and like they eat insects, which is really high protein, high nutrient.
Yes, it says that their diet creates it, they have a slow heart rate and their genetic adaptabilities for their DNA repair to fight off diseases as their body all cohesively works together in that way. That's
Um,
really beautiful.
Thank
I
you
want to
for
be a
that.
turtle.
Yes, my son is obsessed with
Be the
tortoise.
tortoise.
Supposed to get him one. Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, moving on. Anything else to add to that besides the tortoise? I really appreciate that information because I always wondered that.
love our life. But I think too, like with not necessarily the science behind it, but like finding joy in the moments, like that also keeps you young and it like finds the excitement within the day to day. And it's not like a bog it down to show up in this
Right. Right, right. Positive
way.
attitude, a light spirit will keep those cells happy and healthy and chugging along as they should. Because when we're
Yeah, and
stressed,
you can
our
have the
cells
day.
go into like protective measure. Our body goes into protective measure and we begin to get more wear and tear on our body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stress.
No, you were, yeah, I wouldn't say the stress.
Yeah.
No, because I added my 2 cents a couple weeks ago whenever I was talking about my gray hairs and
Oh,
how we can
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Let's
that was
circle
my
back to that a
science.
little bit too, like when we get to kind of the end when we talk about gray hairs, because I also want to talk about like graceful aging versus those that use more of an assisted aging process,
Yeah,
the Botox and the fillers and
that
the
is in my eyeball.
treatments, etc. Okay, so I also now want to go through
I was
and
like,
we'll have
we're
a
not
little
even
tangent.
gonna get there within our. We have so many ideas
I
today.
know, so many topics. So we want to cover 10. I just made a list of 10 evidence-based age reversal and longevity increasing vitality increasing strategies. These are science proven strategies to not only slow down your rate of aging, but actually shown to reverse your biological age. So,
And they're not hard.
no, they're not hard. They're super easy things. They're things you can apply today, right now, after you are done listening to our whole podcast and then liking it and sharing it with a friend.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Okay, so number one, and I don't list it as number one. I'm not going to go like to the or maybe I should do it backwards. Should I do it backwards, the most important or the least important to the most important? Should I do the most important to the least important?
Just do 10 to 1. No one gets to put this on a scale of what they think is better or not. We're not making this a perfection list. It is to hear the different ways of how you can
Okay.
show up. Let's do
Um,
10 to 1.
well, I'm going to put in my side sense of what I feel is most important. Whatever you can do is important, so do whatever you can do. But all right. So I'm going to start with number one, the one that I want to make sure, like, if people get bored listening to this podcast, at least they catch the most important one to me. And that is building a
Number one.
number one, underline, maintaining and building muscle mass.
Yes.
Resistance training has been shown time and time again. It's never failed to be an underlying important aspect of health, of aging, of healthy aging, of longevity, of a biological age. The more often that you, not shouldn't say the more often because there is a balance. You don't want to like be throwing big weights around every single day for hours at a time.
Yeah,
That'll
because then you have stress on your body.
Right, that'll hurt. But they say like start 2 days a week to start and begin to build up from there to like 3 to 4. Doesn't really need to be any more than that. 3 to 4 days a week, if you can devote to strength training, resistance training, it will boost your metabolism. Your hormones love it. Like your hormones feel all balanced and taken care of when you have muscle mass and are regularly stimulating it. And it increases bone density. So it will prevent frailty. It will prevent those issues of like if you, as you get older and you have trouble balancing and you fall over and break a hip, you'll be less likely to break a hip.
And you'll
But
get Mag's
hormonally,
biceps.
what?
I said, and you'll get Mag's biceps that she just covered up.
Although I lost a lot of bicep muscle mass, for a while I was actively trying to reduce it because I felt like my upper body was too thick, and now I'm kind of missing it. That was my bad, my bad. I went through a phase where I was like, my arms are too big. Um, I'm
They'll
will
come back.
Yeah, they'll
Now
come
you know what you need to do to come back. We'll work on it
100%.
together because that's something I feel like I let slide too. And now I'm like,
Yeah,
I miss you. I
I
miss
want
biceps.
I want my bicep back. Uh, so resistance training is seriously one of the best things you guys can do. Yes,
And that's number one.
that's number one. Okay, so then the next is eat for cell renewal. So this means protein, fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidant rich plants. So like think your colorful veggies. So honestly, you guys, like if you were to eat only like a few things for the rest of your life, make sure it's quality lean protein, fiber, and a slew of colorful veggies, and you seriously will like that's it. That's it. Do
I
you
would say I have had a wildly different, like the last couple of weeks, I've changed it a little bit and it has been crazy how I'm like, my gut is so much better. And
Yeah.
I haven't even like fully changed my workouts, but like my gut itself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can
Yeah.
be regular. I didn't know that was a thing. I just
Yeah.
thought I was going to be like stuck like this forever.
Yeah. So I'm telling like protein, fiber, protein, fiber, protein, fiber. When I talk with
Like
my ladies,
apricot
like
has
what?
been like dried apricots has been like one of the game changers for me, which
Really?
is crazy.
I didn't
Yes,
even think about that. Yeah. Yeah.
because you have your fiber and you have your extra benefits in there,
Yeah.
antioxidants.
There you go. I love
Just
some
saying.
apricots. So,
Five
but
and
those sort of things like protein is the building blocks of your cells. So you need that. Fiber is going to be excellent for your gut health. It also helps you keep your cholesterol and the bad fat levels low and your HDL levels high, which you need. And then, yeah, those antioxidant rich foods, those oxidants are something that tears down and breaks down our cells. And so you want the antioxidant.
So I don't normally go straight toward just like suggesting only sugary type foods, but I will say dried apricots and dried tart cherries have been game changers to actually get your fibers in. Like just throw that on top, your cherries on top of like a yogurt or something.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I
But
think
that has been so helpful to get some real fibers in recently.
true that. So leave the skins on your fruits. Get all the fibers within. I would
Just
suggest,
actually wash them though, please.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wash them well. Um, there was something else with that. Oh, juicing. Stop juicing. I
It
don't
just,
like
it
those little
doesn't
juice shots, maybe like where it's like heavy in like ginger and turmeric and stuff. Those are fine. But when you're like just like oranges
only
and watermelon and papaya, and then
for
my dog's
hours
freaking
and
out.
days.
Uh, okay, so after eating for cell renewal, and we talked a little bit about mitochondrial health, and so that, of course, is really important. And there are lots of things that can help your mitochondrial health, and exercise is one of them because that wakes them up and tells them, "Hey, we need you to work, and we need more of you." So your body will actually make more mitochondria when they need it. And mitochondria is most populated, frequent. What's the word where there's a lot of them?
I don't know.
There's a lot
Um,
of them, I'll just say, in muscle. So muscle mass or muscle tissue, muscle cells, words, have the most mitochondria. So muscle mass will, of course, help. And so exercise is important with that. But you can also stimulate them other ways, like hot cold therapy, where you do like a sauna and then like cold plunge. Those things have been shown to improve mitochondrial health. It also increases your brown muscle mass. Yes, or brown
yeah,
body
with that.
fat mass.
This is going to be a quick alley little tangent. Hot cold is great, but do not, as women, it is not recommended for us to do it like an everyday situation
Yes, yes,
because of your fight or flight with the cold plunges.
yes.
Your body, it just shocks your hormones to
Yeah.
constantly be doing it, and that's really stressful to your body.
I would 100% agree. I don't cold plunge. I think I've done it like twice. I am not a fan. I'll do like cool showers, so that feels good where I feel refreshing, or I'll go for a swim and I'll kind of let myself air dry and feel the cool air and get the little goosebumps. But cold plunge really stresses me out.
Yeah, so I like doing the cold plunge like if I'm at a bathhouse and it's the full circulation, and then I get to go somewhere warm once I'm done, and I'll do it for like 3 minutes and then I'll go in there. But it's not like it's something that I'm gonna just do every single day. Um, no, I know multiple people that do. They're like, that has been game changer for my metabolism and all these different things. And it is really, it's a huge shock to your body to constantly be doing that.
I 100% agree. I think it's not for everyone. I know men tend to have better luck
They
with
have better
more
results because
muscle
they have
mass, keep
24-hour
themselves warm.
cycles.
So
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, okay, but that's but hot and cold exposure to your tolerance is one way to support mitochondrial health. And then there's
Yeah.
of course a few supplements, which I don't want to just hammer the supplements this one. I want to talk about more like
Yeah.
non-supplement strategies. But CoQ10, PQQ, and L-carnitine can support mitochondrial health as well. I am not as familiar with those three supplements. I know CoQ10 a little bit, but
I know that one.
PQQ and L-carnitine is not something I'm as familiar with, but I wanted to mark that as something that came up in my research repeatedly. So, okay.
Love that.
Number 4 is managing your blood sugar. High
Uh-huh.
sugars, high
It's
blood
not
sugar.
only for diabetic people to manage your blood sugars.
It's a it's super inflammatory, and that inflammation of your system stresses and ages your cells very, very quickly. It creates all sorts of issues within your body. It has an effect on everything else that then affects your metabol or your cellular age. Your metabolism gets hit, your mental health goes a little wacky. So keeping your blood sugars stable with your complex carbohydrates and your fiber and your protein. Fiber, protein, fiber, protein. Um,
Let's get this nailed in today.
make sure that you eat fiber and protein. Um, it is
And fiber and protein.
balanced meals, and then intermittent fasting can help with that insulin sensitivity, improving it, as well as keeping your blood sugars a little bit more level when you're eating. When we get into fasting, we'll talk a little bit more about that. I don't want to dive into that now, so I'll talk
We
about.
have a whole lot to say about intermittent fasting. But with that, one thing that you can help to regulate it is to have water in the morning, like water and a lemon or something, and breakfast before your coffee versus just having your coffee right away. Some
Okay.
people can, it's like, okay, depending on what you actually put in your coffee. For me personally, I'm trying really hard. This is something I've been learning that sugar so fast. And then I'm wondering why I'm feisty by 10:30 in the morning.
Spicy. Yeah. Yeah, I get really jittery. I'll call my friends sometimes when I've had too much coffee and I'm like, "Hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited. I want to tell you about my day because I did this and this and this." And they're like, "Did you drink coffee?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You're not supposed to do that. You're already really hyper." And I'm like, "I know. I know. I know."
Yeah, it's like come back to it. But it's really hard to then get regulated. So one thing to help that with evening out those blood sugars is to start out with water. Actually, before you even drink your water, brush your teeth, get all the nasty bacteria out of your mouth from
Yes.
sleeping, and then lemon water, and then start your day.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Again, we will have a whole gut bacteria episode. We'll have a whole fasting episode. I don't want to dive into fasting. So when I talk about fasting in this episode, what I want to highlight is a very mild 12 to 14 hour fasting window. Like stop eating in the middle of the night. You're done eating at 8 p.m. You start eating at 8 a.m. It's just that should be your daily ritual. Like there should be no eating in that 12 hours just as a regular thing. If you are an early riser, then stop eating earlier in the evening. If you are, so give yourself like a 12-hour window. It's just a very natural thing for your body to do, and it's not harsh. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm fasting forever. I'm so hungry. It's 12 hours. You can last 12 hours without eating. It's a very natural rhythm for your body, and it can also help with your sleep.
It helps with your sleep and also with your bowel movements.
Yes. And actually, that brings me to number 5, which is prioritize sleep and recovery. Deep sleep that's when your body repairs itself. That's when your cells go into fix yourself mode. They go into turnover mode. So cellular repair happens at night, and it can reduce the stress. It can reduce the inflammation. It's just that's your time for your body to do what it needs to do. So if you don't sleep at all, you're going to age very quickly. Sleep,
Yeah.
sleep.
You're allowed to take naps. It's not wrong.
Naps are okay.
Also,
Okay.
we're not saying like sleep 3 to 5 hours in the day and
Yeah,
also sleep 12 hours at night. That's not what we're getting at, but sleep prioritize.
100%.
Let's go over the first five real fast. Will you
Yeah.
just name off those first five?
So
Not in
muscle
detail,
mass.
just like, yeah.
Muscle mass, keep and maintain and build muscle mass. You, after the age 35, can lose, was it like 2% of your muscle mass every year?
Mhm.
That adds up, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what it takes. That's why your metabolisms take such a big hit, is because you're losing muscle mass, because metabolism is the basis of your muscle mass. Number 2, eat for cell renewal. So protein, fiber, protein, fiber, protein, fiber. Number 3 is mitochondrial health. So we're talking about getting your regular exercise, making sure you're activating your mitochondria, energy zones, and then sauna, cold, hot exposure is one of the therapies that people swear by for their mitochondrial health, but
I love saunas. Yeah.
real. And then manage blood sugar and insulin. So keep your sugars, especially your simple sugars levels low. And then 5, prioritize sleep and recovery.
Yeah.
Bar?
Those are simple. Those are things that just feel good within your body that you can literally, it doesn't have to be like these are what you have to do, but those are things that will feel good within your body for every single person. It might look a little different, but it still will feel good when you say yes to each of these things.
100%. And take a look at your lifestyle. Those top 5 things, like, are those things you're actually doing regularly now? I can tell
Yeah.
you about all of these do I do regularly, and I feel like I take
Yeah.
pretty good care of myself. So, it's got to be tough if they're not already a part of your steady lifestyle. So, Just do a little self-evaluation. If you're like, oh, I'm getting so old, do you do these things? So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because they're just a natural way of living that feel good.
Yes,
It's not strenuous.
totally. So let's
Speaking of, I'm water, so keep going.
yeah, okay. So number 6 is stress management. This can be mindfulness journaling, mindfulness walks. We talked a little bit about this on our functional spirituality last week, where we just talked about being more mindful of your surroundings. Breath work, doing your box breathing, getting the in for 4 or 6, hold for 4 and 6, out for 4 and 6. And that can really stimulate your body to begin, not stimulate, but bring body stimulation down. And then laughter reduces cortisol and lengthens your telomeres. So being childish in a funny, joy-filled, happy way, and laughing, learning to laugh and embrace joy and happiness and positivity literally lengthens your life. So it's by literally it means those telomeres on your little your chromosomes will actually lengthen. So or this and they'll
But it's pretty legit.
yeah, it's legit. Anything to add to stress management?
No.
Okay.
Oh, dancing.
Dancing. Yes, we've talked about that. It's a
Yeah,
goal. You're going up, up. Okay.
yes. There's a new playlist that I just because the boys and I were cooking last night together.
Yeah.
And it was cooking in the kitchen with your kids, is what it said, but it had all the best things on it, like Lean on Me, Happy.
So good,
Like
dude.
it was so good. Like the boys and I were like running up and down the stairs dancing for like 2 hours straight last night. It was just so good. So just saying, it's literally just called cooking with your children.
I like that your boys let you dance because when I start dancing and singing, they're like, Mom, stop. It's embarrassing. My little one's like, it's embarrassing. It embarrasses me.
Well, that's kind
And
of
I
the best
can't
way
get
to
him
say
to
that.
like, one day he'll get over it. But right now
It'd be
he's like,
great.
absolutely not, Mom. Okay.
I love
7,
that.
support your gut health. Good gut health is foundational to proper body processes, to improving your cellular health, to getting you delivering the nutrients that you need, to stimulating your nervous system the way it's supposed to be, to managing so many flippin' things. Gut
This
health
is
is
also a
foundational.
regulation, just saying.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you were saying you're talking about that, but that is a stress releaser for your body. Just saying, if you
It is.
do that with
Yeah,
breathing,
we talked about press your forehead. You can do this, and
you
hold your
can also put your hand on the back of your neck and hold it and stabilize it.
Mhm.
Take 4 breaths with that.
Perfect. Um,
Speaking of, I know you're getting the point across, but that has been key lately for breathing.
Love it. So probiotics, prebiotics. Guess what a prebiotic is? Fiber,
Um,
protein, fiber. Eat your protein and fiber.
yeah.
Prebiotic is fiber, so that will settle all of that. And take probiotics. We talked before about probiotics and finding something that has a good array of probiotics because when you look at the probiotic bottle, it'll usually like have 1 or 2 bacterias. You want something that has like 3, 4, 5. Like the more the better. Or you can do
Although some of them, if oh, sorry, go on with that.
I was going to say locally grown, organic, pesticide-free, clean veggies, or like ones you have in your yard. If you just rinse the dirt off and make sure that there was nothing sprayed on them, you can have something that's a little like you can get probiotics from your environment.
Hmm. It's so good to have local in that
Mhm.
with your foods because then your body is already used to those environmentals.
Yes, which we will definitely cover in gut health because I'm so excited about it. But we could go off on a tangent on gut health forever, let me tell you. Okay, number 8, hormone balance. So this can be done by supporting your hormones with nutrition. So hormone supported nutrition. My programs, when I was coaching, I'm on a little bit of hiatus right now, but I'm big into this. I'm big into holistic hormone health and making sure that your nutrition supports your hormones as a female, as an aging female. Exercise and um, will also, and that will help brain function as well. So your hormones are a big indicator of like, how your cells begin to change, how your energy begins to change. So the longer we can keep them healthy and happy, the better. Um, Anything to add to that, Allie? Because I know you're a
I
hormone.
just was sitting here thinking, well, because one, I'm also obviously big on hormones and what that looks like, but so I don't want to go too much into it because I get really hyped up and it's going to be a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah,
But
we could do a whole topic on.
what I was going to say with that is there's so much fear mongering around like this getting older that that's one of the things that we wanted to come in and bring that together. Like these are just natural things that you can do. This is not revamping every single way that you're living your life. This is just part of what you're already doing because it's not scary to grow and change, but it also is like your body's constantly giving you signals.
Right.
And when you can tune into that, especially like with our hormones, there's it gets jacked real fast. Like your
Yeah.
hormones, you're like, why do I feel like a witch right now? Like, why am I off the charts? And when you come back in and recognize what's going on, you can move forwards.
100%. 100%. Awareness is step one. Like, stop
Yeah.
denying that, like, oh, I'm just getting old. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. No, there's a lot you can do about it, Karen.
We're literally giving you 10 things,
Yeah.
simple things of just normal ways to live.
Yeah, absolutely. None of this is going to, and a lot of these things build on each other. So we're giving you 10 different ones.
Oh, yeah. Number 10.
No, that's okay. Yeah, so the number 9 is keep your mind curious, but we talked about that a little bit already. It's kind of managing stress. So stay curious, stay creative, stimulate your brain as if you are still in school learning things. Like when you're constantly learning and you're constantly educating yourself, it keeps your brain young. When you are just doing the same things over and over again and never learning and never growing and never evolving, it tells your mind and your body that you're done. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like there is actually someone from Cedar Rapids that I still like watch all the time because she seems like such a beautiful human. The way that she's just so vibrant. Her name's Marsha Nealon, and she is just
Hi,
vibrant.
Marsha.
Hi, Marsha, shout out to you. But the yoga and the retreats and the painting, like the different ways that she's so expressive, I'm like, you are a beautiful human. Like the different people that she like brings into her world. And she talks about this all the time. Like it is a part of who you are to grow older, but you also can be vibrant in everything you're doing.
100%. So they actually say that socially and social engagement and all those other things support neuroplasticity. And so the more you can socialize, the more
Crazy.
you connect, the more you can learn, the more you can absorb new information around
That's
you.
why community is so big.
How important. Yeah. Yeah. So get out of your rut, go learn something new, learn a new hobby, learn a new skill. It will keep you young. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And then the last one is just supplements. I'm not going to go through the details because I don't want to address supplements now, but what I'm going to do is in the comments, I'll just do like the top 3 anti-aging
perfect.
supplements. They're simple things like vitamin D, magnesium, omega 3s, nothing crazy, no Ozempic level type of drugs. I'm just talking about simple things that everybody should have in their vitamin cabinet anyway. Um,
Yeah.
because what I want to do is close it out with talking about kind of the mindset around aging, how we feel like, once we get to a certain point, our life is over. And we've already talked about how you can slow that and even reverse that feeling. But
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about this whole, feel like I don't know if it's just my Facebook feed or if it's just, because I'm looking at stuff about aging and lifestyle and things, but graceful aging versus enhanced aging. So you have people that are like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm aging gracefully. I'm accepting my wrinkles. I'm accepting the gray hair. I'm accepting the, not wearing makeup and I just want to be au natural. Go you, sister. And then there's ones that they're like, I want a facelift. I want the Botox. I want the fillers. I want to dye my hair. I want the breast implants. I want the cryo, whatever. They do the whole
Yeah.
9 yards. Some too, they feel like to an extent where it starts having them look really fake and odd and they get a lot of shame around it. But I'm like, go you, sister. You do what you need to do to feel in alignment. And I know Allie has thoughts on this as well. So please give me your thoughts as well.
Well, I just think it's so mind blowing that we who are not even living their experience think that we have such a strong opinion on how they're doing it that we know better
Hmm.
for that specific person. And it's just mind blowing that we're like, Oh my God, look at all the things that they've done instead of like, hey, what feels good in your body? How do you get to rise up and feel good and confident within what you're living? When
Right.
you look in the mirror, when you're wearing those sexy clothes to the gym, do you feel good?
Circle back. Yeah. Full circle.
Yeah. Do you like feel good or are you like sitting there bashing yourself because you look different than the person next to you?
Right.
I literally was doing this when Max and I got in. I'm like, damn girl, you look pulled together and I'm in a hoodie. What the fuck? Like, I need to be pulled together like you. And then I was like, wait, no, we can
You look
dress.
adorable. I didn't even think that's what you were thinking. I just thought you were complaining about having to wear a hoodie when I was here in my
No, I was like, oh my God,
typical
you're so pulled
attire.
together. And I'm like, it's fucking cold in Minnesota today. Like, I was so bitter about it. And you're just like
No.
shining bright in your big, beautiful red top. And I was like, okay, here we go. So it's just like, how do we create the stories within us
Right.
that then is how we show up in this way?
Right.
But yet we
100%.
have all these strong opinions about someone else that we just put it on ourselves. It's
We
bullshit.
do, we do. And I think that's the thing is when we start the comparison, when we start being like, that person is different than me, instead of
Mhm.
seeing a beautiful 40-year-old and a beautiful 32,
Three,
three,
almost 34.
33-year-old. I couldn't remember if you're 32 or 33.
You're
And
like, where are
little
we at?
33-year-old. And just, embracing the way that they want to move through life and that they want to feel in their own skin. And what that
Yeah.
looks like is going to be different for everybody. So if, if your sister gets a whole bunch of fillers and Botox, don't shame her for it. Don't be like, do you know what that's going to do to you? You're going to have to keep blah, blah, blah. Like, just let her feel good about herself. And if it's coming from a place of insecurity, which a lot of people will argue like that's the case, we're changing ourselves because we're becoming insecure. I wouldn't say that. It's like buying
Mhm.
a pretty dress. It's like, I'm going to buy a pretty dress so I feel good in this pretty dress. I'm going to get Botox so I feel good in my skin. I'm going to get a filler so that I feel more confident with my lips or my cheeks or whatever it is. I
Yeah.
and so if you feel like you're doing these procedures because you have a deep sense of insecurity, then that's something to address with a therapist. That's something to address with your inner self-talk. But if it's just like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. I want to try this. I want to look that, I want to give this a
Yeah.
go. It's just like, I feel good doing it. Friggin' go for it.
Yeah. That's like getting a tattoo. People
Yeah.
are like, oh, that might look trashy. Okay. Yeah. Like, what does it matter? Like, right? Like, if it feels good
Exactly.
to you, the nose
Exactly.
are like these different things. Like, I remember multiple times, like, my tattoo was the biggest turnoff for multiple people. I'm like, it is like so small and dainty, and it feels good to me. Like,
Yeah.
it literally says to love me for who I am in French. That's all it is. And then my
Yeah.
initials. Like,
Yeah.
it's just some little thing on my shoulder. It's not even a deal. But I get so many comments about it. And I'm like, what does it matter?
Yeah. You know who you are, embrace who you are and what you want out
Yeah.
of life. It's so funny. Complete random. I was at the library yesterday to recheck out a book that I'm reading that I want to talk about eventually, but not yet because I'm not done with it. But I was in the metaphysics section, and for some reason there was an Einstein book there, and it was like all these quotes by Einstein. And I just flipped to a random page, and it was Einstein talking about his friend's dog, who was this big fluffy dog that you couldn't really tell the face from the butt because it all was like one big fluffy blob. And the quote
Yeah.
from Einstein was, the important part is that he knows, like, which wind is which.
That's kind of
And I'm
amazing.
like, yes, Einstein, the important things is I know who I am. I know I
Yeah.
want out of life. I know which end is up and which end is down.
I love that so
So I
much.
just
I'm
thought
going
it
to
was
be
so
using
cute.
that.
I'm like, oh, that's such a simple, cute quote. The important thing is that he knows.
Yeah. Like, how many times do you get to remember that? Like, that's like, for instance, the Let Them Quote by Mel Robbins that I've
Yeah.
been like
Love
doing.
that.
It's
Love
like,
that.
the thing is that you know,
Yeah,
and you need to move
absolutely.
forward with how
You don't
it
need
best
someone else to
is in
figure
alignment with
out who
you.
you are. You figure out who you are yourself, and you move
It's
through
already hard
life
enough to do what
eating
you
through
want.
one end and pooping out the other. You'll
Precisely.
be just fine.
Yeah. Golden nuggets.
Yes.
No, that's good. That's real good.
Yeah. So
Do you
honestly,
want to put those 10 in the show notes though, just to make it like easy?
yeah, we'll put the 10 in the show notes and of course the supplements and links to where you can get them. Again, I just have discounts that I want to pass on to you, but you don't have to like get your supplements wherever. Read them and get them somewhere else. And then
Or don't just get them off Amazon, though. I will put that plug in
Oh,
because you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
actually
yeah.
know
Be
where they
real
come
careful
from.
about where you buy those stuff. Like the Amazon, even GNC, unfortunately, doesn't always have the best quality things. So I'm going to give you quality sources. Um,
Yes.
Good things. Anyway, okay. So anyway, the point is aging gracefully. It's not about trying to like fight aging or, think
No,
of it as this
not a
evil thing that's
battle.
approaching. No, it shouldn't be
It's
a
nothing you're
battle.
trying to win.
It's about choosing what makes you feel most you and embracing your compassion and curiosity about your life, how it moves forward, and other people's lives, how they choose to move forward without judgment and censure and shame. And
And that's how we get a rise together by not shaming everybody, by holding hands as we all make our own decisions within ourselves.
just embrace vitality of life. If you can focus on function, you can focus on vitality, and you can focus on cognitive ability, and you can improve those three things. You feel like you
Yes.
move better, you feel like you are living a happy, healthy, positive life, and you feel like your mind is sharp, then your body will follow in the way that it's supposed to. So.
Yes. Amen, sister. Amen.
Yeah. So we'll put
Good
those
one.
10 in the notes. Go get your
Thanks for being here with us,
get
guys.
Botox. I do Botox. I not dramatic. My eyebrows still go up and down.
You know what it reminds me of when you're making that face? Cinderella story. I watched that again this week with Hilary Duff in it and whatever. I don't know why I decided to watch it, but I was like, that's what I think of Botox is thinking on there.
Oh,
See there.
that's right. Yeah, I know you can do Botox where your face is like full frozen, and so my dermatologist is usually like, she's like, "Do you want to go full frozen, or do you want like still some movement?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Let's keep the movement for now." I'm like, maybe another few years we'll go full frozen, but that's fine for me.
See, you get to choose.
I get
You
to
get to choose.
choose.
And what
Yes.
a powerful, empowering moment to get to choose always
100%.
within
Well, I
yourself.
started it because my jaw, I was clenching my jaw, and so my
Mhm.
jaw was starting to pop out of place. And so they
AKA stress.
slammed Botox in there. And a few days later, I noticed my jaw started to like slim. And I called her and I was like, I'm just curious, is this a side effect of getting your masseters injected with Botox that it'll like snatch your chin? She's like, oh yeah, absolutely it will. And I was like, oh, where else can I do magic
Fascinating.
juice?
That is fascinating. Okay,
I
okay.
was like, Botox me up. That's how I'm aging gracefully, Karen.
Yeah, Karen. I am obsessed. All right. Well, thank you, friend, for being here. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, friend. I appreciate you, and you are
Yeah.
beautiful, and I love you. And join us next time. Remember, if you like this episode, subscribe, and of course, you'll hear that right after this as well. But we're very
And
excited.
share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Sag Soul Sisters. If you loved this episode, share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss a moment. Until next time, stay aligned and unstoppable.